And off we go from Denver. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now the Central Florida product is R.J. Harvey. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. When you talk about the defense for these Chargers, right now they're ranked number 29 in the NFL against the pass, so 4th from the bottom, Charles.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
Now the former volunteer, it's Dylan Sampson. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. They finally caught up to him there at the end of the play, but great inside handoff, and what a powerful run.
The first few yards seemed relatively easy. Then it got tougher, right? And that's where he showed that he was not going to go down easily. He was not going to be denied until he got everything he could out of that run.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. The Broncos have 3-9 now on the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Here's Penix. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jackson Smith-Njigba, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Herbert now. This one completes Alec Pierce. And he'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
On the ground, this is Amarian Hampton. Looking for a seam, but finding none. We'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. Herbert. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Here's Herbert. He's got the hook up downfield to McConkey. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Lad McConkey, 47 yards. And the Chargers respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Strong running at the 30. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Now a handoff up the middle. Sampson. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
A first carry for Tyler Algier. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the two tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs, and they do a really good job helping out the running game.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. But you talk about the defense for these Chargers. Right now, they're ranked number 29 in the NFL against the pass, so 4th from the bottom, Charles.
And even though that's not the greatest ranking in the world, one thing you can say, they get after the quarterback. They're in the top 10 in the league in sacks.
He's got room at the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get advantage.
Down to the 25. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Penix working out of the gun here. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Let's go now.
On 3rd down, Sampson. And the Broncos are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now,
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Cortland Sutton from 8 yards out. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And the returner down to a knee. This will come out to the 35-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. Sitting at first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. These two teams had met in L.A. earlier in the year with the Chargers coming out victorious. So they're looking for the series sweep here in Denver. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Now he's going to step up and run. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
Well, that was his first target of the game, and it's going to take at least one more target to get him on the board. Took a nice substantial hit to jar that catch loose from him. Incomplete pass.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Line.
Herbert back to the air. And from the open man, that's complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. So offside's the call, and they understandably decline it.
And this is why we're seeing more and more teams hiring that one coach to the staff that's in charge of all these things. This one's minor. It's pretty easy to figure out. But all the game management stuff, trying to help out the head coach in his decision-making process.
Now he'll tuck this and run. Now throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Again, Herbert. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. John Franklin Myers able to record his 5th sack of the season. Cameron Dicker on now to try the field goal. And it's a fake. He's going to throw it. And this one will not work out. It is incomplete. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They'll go play action here with Penix. And he whips that one incomplete there. There's no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this first quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you've got your best people in the area to try and take that away.
Second and 10. They'll throw with Penix. Now he's going to step up and run. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
That's an early scramble to be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing their quarterback on the run.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Algier going straight ahead. And space tough to come by there as they'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of a lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
And looking to throw, Penix. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
Operating from the gun, Penix. Outright to Smith-Njigba. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the 1st down marker. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And this will be taken at the 13. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. The drive begins with a carry by Hampton. And it's a run. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Well, when you're able to break a run against a cover 2 or a 2-deep zone, safeties are back a little ways. What you're counting on is the guys taking care of business up front and then maybe climbing to the second level, that offensive lineman or tight end getting up to the second level and able to block the safety in order to create a big run.
And making those linemen work with a couple blocks. They look good doing it there. Short throw to Disley. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. He's got the tight end. That's Gadsden. But he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
It's a gain of 10. 1st down, Chargers.
On 1st down, it's Hampton. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Herbert off of play action. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 18.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
And the Chargers are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Back to throw here, Herbert. going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Dre Greenlaw getting home on that one.
It's second down and goal.
So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's second and goal. Now it's Herbert. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
This is real simple. When you're in 5 wide receiver formation, you don't have a lot of time to dilly-dally back there. You've got to get the ball out and with some dispatch, because a lot of the aggressive defensive teams in the league, they see 5 wide receiver sets, they're automatically bringing pressure.
Now they brought the pressure. He held on to it a little too long. Winds up getting hit as he releases it. Now Herbert, third and goal. To the left side, he's got McConkey. 10 yards gets him closer, but now it's fourth and goal.
Nice job understanding the situation. Third and long, kept the play in front of them and made the tackle. They gave up a good chunk of yardage, but it does force a fourth down.
No movement from the field goal unit. They've got 4 full yards to go here on fourth and goal to hit Pater, but they're going to go for it. They snap it to Herbert. He'll try to do it himself. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Alec Pierce from 3 yards out. And the Chargers take the chance on fourth and goal, and it pays off with 6. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Elijah Molden up to make the stop.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
His first catch, good for 8 and a first down.
And the Broncos, first down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Now Penix. And he's got Smith and Jigba. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. So from Charger territory now, here's a first and 10 at the 27. They run straight ahead with Harvey. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Here's a first and 10 at the 14-yard line. Once more with Harvey. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Gain of 4. It's now second and 6.
Looking to throw, Penix. And that's going to be incomplete. And trying to find Jackson Smith and Jigba. And it's third down.
Brings up third down and 6 yards to go.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. To the air, Penix. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And he brings this Nice run back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD. They were in the dime. They had 6 defensive backs there, so go ahead and throw it. He threw it, and it hurt him.
It's almost thrown into a blanket of coverage, isn't it? You talk about the best defenders you have are the defensive backs. 6 of them on the field. You're almost asking for trouble, and that's exactly what they ran into. Ended up throwing a pick six.
Yeah, 6 defenders and 6 points. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Oh, and a nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. Looking to put a drive together. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. Rush coming, and he's taken down. That's a corner that got in there for the sack. Dante Jackson.
Well, someone is certainly having a big game, and while that sack doesn't quite have the splash of his pick six from earlier, you know he's thrilled to be making big plays, doing a great individual effort today.
He's got space past the 25. And all the way up to the 33-yard line. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Here now a 3rd down and 8. Here's Penix. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He'll swing this out to Harvey. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Broncos, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Up the middle, it's Harvey. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And his throw is going to be incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
From the shotgun, it's Penix. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 12-yard line. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep with the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Here's Algier again on 2nd down. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. And that nearly intercepted. For a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down. They'll go for it. Here's Penix. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. The Charger drive about to get going. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Hey, careful.
Herbert now. He's going to air one out. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And with time running down, they go down to a knee. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Here's J.K. Scott now. On, we think, to punt, though he's faked it earlier, but he was unsuccessful. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. He'll take it a few steps in front of the 50. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the 3rd quarter. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
and they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
A passing down here. 5 receivers on the field as they look at a 2nd and 8. Here's Herbert. It's caught here by Adams. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 35-yard line. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. They'll set up the screen to Hampton. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Herbert going to give to Hampton. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 43 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Chargers, 1st down. 1st and goal, Chargers.
Play action. It's Herbert. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Justin Herbert taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Chargers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through.
Cameron Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will wrangle him down a couple of yards shy of the 30. looking to put a drive together. A play fake. Now Penix. A short throw to Ingram. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
It's a gain of 8.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
On the handoff, Harvey. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a third and very short. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Third down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
And that is incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Now a 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Let's phrase this delicately, okay? Might have had a better option instead of throwing the football into double coverage.
He was blanketed. I was surprised that he went his direction.
Yeah, should have thought maybe about the check down. Take the completion, keep moving.
That is caught. So the big gain, all for naught for the offense. That yellow flag is going to bring it back.
Oh, what a tough look for the offense because they see all that yardage lost and that ball's walked back and then some behind the original line of scrimmage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Tui Pelotu gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now. Returnable here from the 38. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going.
Set.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. Everybody was coming on the blitz that time, and they got home.
And you know the expression, hat on a hat, in terms of blocking, trying to keep your quarterback protected? Well, if you don't have enough hats, that's the end result. Your quarterback goes down, and sometimes he goes down hard.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. I respect both sides on that play, CD. For him to be able to hold on to that football and the impressive tackle, wow.
Did you notice the look between the two of them as they came off the ground? That look did say the word respect.
Here's Herbert. Work in the middle of the field. He's got a man complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And then convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
First down. A gain of 22 yards.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
That will complete to McConkey. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 18.
It's a gain of 16 yards. And the Chargers first down.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Rondé Gadsden, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chargers take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. Just a gain of a couple there. And it's second down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage. Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Finding space at the 40. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. Certainly worth noting he's now 1 catch away from 600. He's at 599 in his career. On first down, Sampson. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. Another 18-yard gain. They had 18 on the previous snap as well. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
10 more there and another first down.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot. Picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. They'll run on first down. Sampson. And he stopped immediately there. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And now you have to wonder, partner, at what point in time do they forget the running game? It's been a struggle so far in this one. I would think they'd have to start throwing it a little bit more.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Let's go.
And looking to throw, Penix. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. 18 yards that time to push him up, 1st and goal.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. They'll throw with Penix. This is caught. Touchdown, Broncos. Evan Ingram from 4 yards out. And the Broncos are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, I give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy hit a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
The Broncos will line up for the...
They'll try and throw with Penix. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion no good. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Charger drive about to get going. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Second and 11.
Go.
On the give, this is Hampton. He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28.
And this is the worry because sometimes you get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up and you're staring at an important third down.
The Chargers on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Trying to lay one up deep. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the play.
That's good for Broncos. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Down, Sampson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down of the sack.
The 46-yard line.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. On the give, it's Harvey. And he gets it down to the 32. 47 yards rushing for him now to this point. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for him.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And all the way home for a Broncos score. R.J. Harvey, 32 yards. And the Broncos' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. And he will get into the end zone. So that shaves 2 more off the deficit as they now trail by 5.
Broncos 28. Tyler Bass set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 35.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 9. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Throw left side complete. That's Hampton. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Give here to Hampton. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22.
13 yards. That's another Chargers first down. A gain of 13 yards. And the Chargers first down.
Ready.
Edwards now on 1st and 10. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. As we get late in this one, is altitude a factor for a visiting team in Denver? Is that something that's overplayed?
No, it's real, and I know a lot of the visiting teams like to downplay it because they don't want to get into the heads of their players, but you can't avoid it. As soon as you get to the locker room, you get to the stadium, they always post it in there. Welcome to Denver. Altitude 5,280 feet. The air is rare.
Herbert. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
They'll try and run for the first with Edwards. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got it 1st and goal as they search for what could be a game-sealing touchdown. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Edwards is not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose a couple of yards back to the 3.
And even with the loss on first down, they did a nice job holding on to the football. And they can still run it 2 more times and take some time off the clock and even take some of the timeouts away from the defense and then possibly kick a field goal and go up 2 scores. They're in a great spot.
380. 5-9.
They're going to pass here with Herbert. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt-away-the-game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Here's first down. Looking to throw, Penix. Finding Sutton. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Here comes second down at 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5.
Now Penix. Open man, and again it's Sutton. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. All 3 timeouts still remain. Keep that in mind. They prefer to use him on the defensive end. But here's first and 10. Able to find Mims. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second and 2.
They'll try to throw again. Here's Penix. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught inside the 5. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Herbert. There's that man again. It's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
These guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
First down, Chargers.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Back 80, play.
And they'll indeed take a knee. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends.